So here we are once again with anime, manga, video games, and more news. And we are at episode 9. So this week, starting from Monday, which was the 29th of August, today is the last day of August. So long August until next year. We are from Monday the 29th to the 31st today. And there were some news that came out, particularly one with Netflix. So despite some stuff that we're hearing about Netflix, how they're losing money or they're canceling, nothing new. Just so you know, they are adding a few anime titles. Some of us that we already know them, and they're going to be available on Netflix. So the article from Anime's News Network is saying that Netflix is going to add 13 anime series to its lineup, to its casting, and it was due to Nippon's TV deal. So they're basically like, we're gonna add this to Netflix. I don't know if it's international, but I'm guessing they're adding it from the Netflix Japanese version. So the article is saying that Netflix adds Hunter x Hunter, Ouran High School Host Club, Claymore, and all of this is going to be on Netflix starting tomorrow, September 1st. Nippon TV announced on Monday that it has entered a partnership with Netflix, which will add 13 of Nippon TV's anime titles to the streaming platform. Netflix will add the first 38 episodes of the 2011 Hunter x Hunter television anime in 104 countries. Okay, so it is worldwide. Ouran High School Host Club is, even more, in 190 countries, and Claymore in 136 countries on September 1st. The following titles will stream on Netflix at a later date: Death Note, Death Note Relight 1, Death Note Relight Visions of God, Death Note Relight 2, L's Successors, From Me to You's second season, 1997 version of Berserk, not the 2017 or 16 version, no. Parasite the Maxim, Nana, Hajime no Ippo the Fighting, and Monster. Netflix will stream the titles in the Death Note franchise in 14 countries. So if you guys do have Netflix, this is actually a good time to check out starting tomorrow at least, because 3 of the titles, like I stated, 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter, Ouran High School Host Club, and Claymore are all going to be on Netflix starting tomorrow. Of course, they didn't list which countries. Of course, Ouran has the most countries, being 190 countries, following by Claymore and then Hunter x Hunter. So even though Hunter x Hunter is on streaming services like Crunchyroll and everything, not everybody has Crunchyroll. So this is a good thing on Netflix part. And of course, the other series starting from Death Note and all that, they will announce at a later date when those series will be put onto the platform. Ooh, the sun is coming out. So that's good news. So I do know Nana especially is on Hulu. So it's also there. So you have both Netflix and Hulu. If you have both or either or, you're doing good. The next news that's coming out is with Goblin Slayer. So I do believe they won on top of the anime. Originally it was from the manga, and the manga is an adaptation of the light novel, the LN. So they're saying that Goblin Slayer's Kumo Kagyu launches new Moscow 2160 manga. So I do have to ask, for the manga of Goblin Slayer, did it fully adapt everything from the light novels, or is still ongoing? Because I'm not sure. I did not read it at all. I probably only watched like the first 2 or 3 episodes of Goblin Slayer when it came out, and that was it. I do know they do come out with some movies and OVAs. I don't know if there's going to be a second season or not. My memory is kind of hazy on that. But they say that Kotaro Sekine, who draws the manga, and then we have Noboru Kanasuki designs the characters. So they say, the article states, the official Twitter account for Square Enix Big Gangan magazine announced on Thursday that Kumo Kagu Goblin Slayer will launch a new manga titled Moscow 2160 in the magazine soon. Kotaro Sekine, who is known for Ninja Slayer Kills, is drawing the manga, and Goblin Slayer illustrator Nobu Kanasuki is designing the characters, and it looks pretty sick. So the story, it says that in the story, the Cold War has continued for 2 centuries. In this world of mechanized rogues and conspiracies, there is a cleaner. SB Creative published the first volume of Kumo Kagu's or Goblin Slayer Dark Fantasy novel series in February 2016, and Kyosuke Kurose, who's also known for doing the Idol Master Nue Green for Daily Stars, launched an ongoing manga adaptation in Big Gagon in May 2016. Yen Press has licensed both Goblin Slayer novels and the manga adaptation. The novels have inspired spin-off novels and manga series. And of course, the anime came out in 2018. And so it is also getting a second anime series. So my memory was right. It was just kind of foggy, but I was thinking, are they getting a second anime season? Because I do know there was OVAs. I do know there was a movie. I think it was more like a contemplation movie where it basically is season 1 and then they add on new scenes by encompassing all the episodes from the first season. So there is a second season. I don't know when the second season is going to come out, but it is greenlit. So for anybody that was interested in Goblin Slayer, do know that the author and the illustrator are coming out with a new work that is called New Moscow 2160. We don't know when it's going to come out in the magazine, in Big Gagon's magazine, but when it does, do check it out. Do tell me how you like it so far based on the first chapter. I can't guarantee that I will check out the series myself because I never really read Goblin Slayer, but obviously this will be a different work, so I can't guarantee that I will check out the series myself. But if you do tell me what your thoughts on it based on the first chapter or few chapters of the series. Now moving on to another manga magazine and such, Shonen Jump Plus. Manga Plus launched global user-submitted manga service. So they're saying that Manga Plus, creators by SHUEISHA app, is available now in English and Spanish. So when SHUEISHA launched Manga Plus, they say the web server for global, they set it up for user-submitted manga app and web service for a global audience on Tuesday. So originally it was just really for Japan. People outside of that wasn't really able to use the app until now. So the Shonen Jump Plus editorial department is running the service in collaboration with the Medibang localization company. So they showed where it, because I did see it on Twitter yesterday. It was like headlining and everything on my TL. They said Manga Plus creators by SHUEISHA is now open. Please submit your manga work. So anybody who is currently creating manga, check this out. You can submit your work. Hopefully it gets picked up, it's viewed by someone, and then it's licensed. So this is a good way for more creators to push out their work to a bigger audience and hopefully get called by bigger companies. So creators can submit their manga from anywhere in the world to an audience that includes Japan. The service is compatible with both English and Spanish languages. Manga titles published through the Manga Plus service are also viewable via the Manga Plus Creators by SHUEISHA service. The service will hold monthly manga awards judged by the Shonen Jump Plus editorial department. SHUEISHA will publish winning entries on Manga Plus and on Shonen Jump Plus via Japanese translation and will award up to 1 million yen or $7,200 US dollars in cash prizes. So again, if you guys, and also Shonen Jump Plus serialized multiple mangas such as Spy Family, Kaiju Number 8, Ghost Reaper Girl, and Summertime Rendering. So of course, Spy Family, it had an anime. Kaiju Number 8, that's still ongoing. Did they announce that that's also getting an anime? Summertime Rendering has an anime. It's on Disney Plus, but it's gatekept by Disney Plus, and I don't want to talk about Bleach because this whole mess in it. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk to Disney Plus. Get it together, okay? And Ghost Reaper Girl is done by the same creator who did Rosario Vampire, okay? That also needs a re-adaptation. That needs a reboot. I want to see Rosario Vampire. So those are just several series that are published in Shonen Jump Plus. And of course, like I said, if you are a creator, you're someone that creates manga, this is an opportunity. This actually is probably one of the newer opportunities. I think they had another one earlier this year or last year where creators can publish their series through contests and everything. So this is another opportunity through one of the newer web services, app services, which is legal for you to push out your work, and hopefully it gets viewed and, you know, it's published out to the public, large public, for everybody to check out. And hopefully in the future we might see one of you guys making it big on the big screen with like series like Jujutsu, Demon Slayer, who knows, My Hero, all of them big series. Now moving on to another web service, we have our Crunchyroll. And of course, I know some of you probably have heard this news, but Jujutsu Kaisen movie came out last year, right? Last year, December 24th, 2021, and then it came out here in the United States March 18th, okay? And for those who were unable to watch the movie when it was out, and I think it was in selected theaters for about 2-3 weeks, I was able to watch it twice. The first time I watched it was with my friend, and the second time I went by myself. It was enjoyable. Now you get to watch it on Crunchyroll. So Crunchyroll Streams Jujutsu Kaisen 0, Odd Taxi in the Woods, Bang Dream, Popping Dream, and more anime films. Crunchyroll announced yesterday on Tuesday that it will stream the following anime films on Thursdays and on one Wednesday in September. So September 1st, which is tomorrow, they're going to show Afro Samurai Resurrection and Bang Dream, Popping Dream. On September 8th, it's going to show Odd Taxi in the Woods, Psychopaths, Sinners of the System, All Cases 1-3. September 15th will be The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, Sword of the Stranger, Black Butler, Book of the Atlantic. That was also another anime movie I was able to watch in theaters back then. And on September 21st, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. So if you have Crunchyroll, you're able to view Jujutsu Kaisen 0 that you were not able to in theaters when it came out in March. At least if you're here in the United States. I cannot talk for any other country. Probably is also available the same day in other countries, but September 21st, definitely you guys can be. So hey, now that, I mean, no offense to Jujutsu, but I'm a free fan first and foremost. So the day after, September 22nd, they're showing free High Speed Starting Days. That came out in December 2015. Free The Timeless Melody, both The Bond and Promise, and they're showing the first part of Free Road to the World. Free Road to the World. No, that's a different movie. My bad. That was the movie before The Final Stroke. So Free Road to the World, The Dream, that's also there. So, you know, I might as well just go on Crunchyroll real quick and start watching those movies again. You know, legally. At least two of them, or one of them, I was able to watch in theaters. I forgot which free movie I was able, and it was back in 2017. I think it was Timeless Melody, The Promise. I was able to watch in theaters back in 2017. And then finally on September 29th, they're gonna show Code Geass, Lelouch of the Rebellion 1, 2, and 3. And also Code Geass, Lelouch of the Resurrection. So they're showing all of those Code Geass movies. The availability for English subtitle and English dub versions will vary per title. So they didn't tell which movies are going to show their English dub versions versus the English subtitle versions. But I'm guessing they're going to have both, because it only makes sense that they have both if the titles did get an English dub. The availability, no, they say Crunchyroll began streaming Akira, Your Name, Wolf Children, The Boy and the Beast, Josei, The Tiger and the Fish, The Stranger by the Shore, and Sing a Bit of Harmony anime films in September. So all these other movies will be coming in September, and by October they will be adding even more movies to their library list. So all the movies that you were unable to really watch legally or wasn't available in your country, starting tomorrow, September 1st, these movies will be available on Crunchyroll's streaming service for you to watch. So just keep those dates in mind: September 1st, September 8th, September 15th, September 21st, September 22nd, and September 29th. And then the following other movies will be coming out in that same month as well as in October. And just to finish off everything, and this is probably the most exciting news for me personally, because anybody that's an anime fan, that's a manga fan, anybody that just enjoys the culture of Japan, who always want to be able to go there, we now have the chance to be able to do that. So they say Japan allows non-guided tour entries, raises max daily entries to 50,000. Now, I think it was about a few days ago or a week ago, and I saw videos on TikTok saying that originally they did open their borders, but if you wanted to go there, you had to go on a guided tour guide, and a lot of people were having problems about that because they're starting to open their borders now due to COVID being relaxed and everything. So they wanted to bring more people, more tourists to the country. But originally when they were starting to do it, they started with guided tour guides, but now it's saying that they're allowing for you to come there as a tourist, and you can still be on your tour, but you don't have to be told where to go from where not to go. So they do say tourists will still require sponsors or travel agency contact. The article reads, the Japanese government reported today on Wednesday that it will raise the maximum daily number of allowed entries into the country to 50,000 starting September 7th. The government will also begin accepting tourists without in-person guides. A tourism ministry official nevertheless stated that tourists will still require sponsors or travel agency contact in Japan in order to be permitted into the country. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida explained that the government is easing restrictions in order to participate in growing international exchange and benefit from the weaker yen. He added that he is considering loosening restrictions even further to align with international standards. Last Monday, the government reported that it is considering no longer requiring a negative COVID-19 test from travelers who have received at least 3 COVID-19 vaccine shots, including 1 booster. Currently, travelers, including returning Japanese nationals and residents, must submit this negative result of a test taken 72 hours before departing on a flight to enter Japan. Japan began easing its COVID-19 entry restrictions for foreign students and business travelers if they have sponsors on March 1st. In addition, the government increased the number of people, Japanese and foreign nationals combined, who are allowed to enter from 3,500 to 5,000 daily, ensuring the COVID-19 quarantine period from 7 to 3 days. The government then raised the daily cap to 7,000 on March 14 and again to 10,000 on April 10th. So, to still get into the country, of course, you still, like they say in the article, you still have to give your COVID test, which is negative, at least 3 days, 72 hours before your flight, and make sure that you got all your shots, I guess including boosters. Hopefully they can still take you if you didn't take your boosters or anything, and obviously you still have to go through a travel agency to get into the country. But overall, this is a good sign for anybody that was, they wanted to go to Japan, but because of COVID, due to them banning and restricting from anyone entering the country, 2 years, 3 years later from then to now people are allowed to enter the country so long as you guys are vaccinated, so long as you guys, do what they said. Go through a travel agency and get a sponsor and everything, and you can travel the country. You can go travel to all the spots that you wanted to travel when you were trying to make that trip almost 3 years ago. So that's good. At least they, leaned off of, they're telling you where to go in the country, because a lot of people don't like that. They don't want to be told where to go from where not to go. They want to be able to have that freedom to make their own schedule, which makes sense, okay? So long as you respect the country and everything, you should be allowed to visit different spots in the country without much restriction, okay? So that's basically it for all the news that came out. Of course, there's more stuff that came out, but then this video will be way longer if I try to cover everything. Okay, so guys, do tell me any news that you've heard recently, any news that probably by the time I was doing this video some more news came out. Do tell me that in the comment section below. How do you guys feel about Netflix adding, you know, all these titles? Probably you already watched them, but how do you feel now that you're able to watch it on another streaming platform that you weren't able to before? Also with, you know, the new series, the new manga series by Goblin Slayer's author and illustrator, Moscow 2160, new Moscow 2160. When it does come out, again, like I said, the likelihood of me checking out is pretty slim, but if you guys do tell me how you feel about it so far, as well as anybody who is a manga creator. You know, do tell me, are you planning to submit your work to Shonen Jump Plus creators? And hopefully you hear back good news, because I mean that's going to be a lot of competition. But if you are planning, do check it out, see what all the details that they have in terms of submitting in your work, what you need, what you don't need, and all of that stuff, as well as all the movies that you probably wanted to watch but you couldn't get to watch. Now you can legally on Crunchyroll starting tomorrow, and they're actually adding probably one movie that I actually want to take, you know, peep. Other than the free movies and rewatching Jujutsu again, I might actually try out, I did not see Psychopaths, any of them. I did not see any of them, so I definitely will be giving that chance starting next week to be able to see that, as well as probably I might check out Afro Samurai. I never watched that movie. Question, is the Afro Samurai Resurrection, is it a prequel or sequel of the anime? I'm just asking that question. If it's a sequel, then I'll have to watch it. If it's a prequel, great. And as well as for anyone that is planning to go to Japan, how do you feel about the news that they're opening up their borders and you guys practically can go there now? Anyone can go there, including myself. So I'm gonna have to start planning my trip now, probably for next year or the following year, who knows. So the links are in the description box. Guys, do obviously leave a comment as always, and I'm Kimmy-chan of Anime Legends, and I will see you guys later. Bye. With